Okay, so we have some new Sonic Frontiers gameplay focusing solely on combat that we're going to look at right now. But before we do, let me just say that everything I said in my last two videos still stands, but maybe this will move the needle in the opposite direction. There were some cool movement options, and I think the potential is there, but from what we've seen, I still think it needs work. Personally, I think the way that Sega is choosing to show off this game is interesting. And if I'm wrong and this game actually turns out to be good, I will be the first one to admit that I was wrong. And to all those of you asking why I'm criticizing an unfinished product, well, because there's a timeline where we would have ended up with this. However, you're absolutely allowed to like what you see. You can like whatever you want. At the end of the day, this really just is my opinion. Lastly, thanks to all the new subs over the last week or so. I really appreciate the support. And if you're not subbed, take a look around the channel and consider it if you see anything you like, because I play a lot of different games here. And this month, I'm going to be playing Sonic Origins and Cuphead and some other stuff. I'm also not going to talk over the intro this time. Okay, let's go.
IGN First continues on with yet another look at Sonic Frontiers gameplay, this time focusing on combat. Sonic is up against an all-new set of baddies, some of which are among the most massive bosses we've ever seen in a Sonic game. Fortunately, Sonic's got some new tricks up his sleeve. Make sure to stick with IGN all throughout June because we've got a full hands-on preview and interviews from the developers in store. For now though, enjoy the combat of Sonic Frontiers.
So my wish here is that there are a lot of different options and it's not just mash X to win. So the running, like what I said about the running still stands. I feel like there's no momentum or fluidity. So you have homing attacks, you have punches and kicks. It looks like you can jump away. There's dodging. I don't know what that is, but that's cool. I don't know if there's going to be a meter or something, because we don't really know what the HUD looks like yet. Okay, that was a dope kick. And when you defeat an enemy, it looks like you collect something. My personal opinion here is these specific enemies, they don't look like much. But then again, we don't really know the story of the game yet. Oh, what is that? That was cool. Here's the bird. The bird's back. Why is the bird faster than Sonic? Oh, look at this enemy. Okay, so you have to... Okay. So I like that. It might not just be mash X to win. There are certain enemies where you have to do different things. Like this one has a shield that you have to lift up with whatever this ability is. How long is this video anyway? So about the same length, about 6 minutes. I can't wait to hear what the game sounds like with completed music and voice lines, because I think that's what's giving it kind of a soulless fan game feel. Not to say that fan games are soulless, but it feels like a fan game and it feels soulless. The two aren't necessarily interchangeable. We're seeing some pretty cool attacks, though. I like the cinematic attacks. You have the Sonic Winds ability, which looks like it comes straight out of Sonic Heroes. I'm wondering if there's prompts that we're not seeing to press certain buttons. I really like that. Someone mod that into Smash. Give Sonic a better Final Smash. Make that it. Again, I like some of the movement options, but what is that? Did you see that string? Or that line? I don't know if that was intentional. It's like when Tanjiro has to cut off a demon's head. You think Sonic's going to slice some heads off? Oh, right there. We saw a pretty cool use of the dodge ability. Sonic was able to just kind of jump behind the enemy. So we've seen a couple different enemies. All of them kind of have the same theme. They're very futuristic. The combat is kind of fast-paced, which I like. Oh, here's the big enemy. Okay, so Sonic's going to run up it. He's going to Mega Leg this thing. Sonic of the Colossus here. While there's a lot happening, I do feel like it does seem a little bit mashy. Which I guess at the end of the day is okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. But I do also hope, and I'm sure there will be progression-based abilities or attacks that Sonic can use. I like the use of this ability. Ah, that was cool. So some of the combat actually rewards you for trying different things, like using this ability to lift up this thing's leg and hit the bottom of the leg. So it's not just hit one specific area of this giant enemy. You know, maybe you have to take the legs out, you have to take out the antennas on top. I think there's potential here. That animation, though, we got to do something about that. He does look a little out of place. I don't know what it is. And I've said this before, I think the environment looks great. Okay, so that's it. So we saw Sonic take out a few different enemies. We saw him take out the large boss-like enemy. I do want to see what the HUD looks like to see if there's like any prompts or QuickTime events or things. Like, I think Sonic would benefit from a battle system like Spider-Man's, having different button inputs and presses that you can do to do different moves. But maybe that's what we're seeing, and we don't know what it looks like yet. This, I will say, made me feel a little bit better about the game. I think some of this does look cool, but it still looks rough. My final opinion from what we've seen up to this point is that the game definitely needs more time, and I hope it does see a delay until next year, and they work on some of the animations, and they work on some of the movement and the physics. But they're going to continue to show us things all month long, so I guess we just have to continue to wait and see. Personally, I think they should have just dropped a trailer that showcased more in a shorter amount of time. But let me know what you think in the comments section. Please keep it civil, and we'll see you next time.